What is up, football fans, and welcome to another edition of QB1 with talented quarterback expert Crissy Froyd, as she's here to talk about Texas A&M signal caller Haynes King. Crissy, what does King bring to the table as a quarterback for the Aggies?
Honestly, this is a quarterback that we still don't know a ton about just because of the injury that he had early on. Hasn't played a lot of games, but in the few that he has played, he has shown his ability to move the chains, has a really good arm, and he's really, really fast. Timed at 4.5 seconds on the 45 yard. Timed at 4.5 seconds on the 40-yard dash as a prospect, and then a speed of 22 miles per hour in off-season testing. I mean, that's off the charts for a quarterback. That's not something that's just impressive. This is a guy that's not only athletic, but he's really, really fast. So could do a lot of special things for this team on the ground. And so I think that he sees the field well and that he's an equally good passer. It's just the fact that we don't have the college tape to fully back up how consistent he can be. So that it's easy to get high on a prospect like this. And I think that a lot of people are. And this could be a huge breakout season for him. It's just a matter of how he's going to bounce back from the injury. And if he can take those flashes and put them into just a consistent season of football games, and there's nothing to say that he can't, it's just the fact that we haven't seen it because of the unfortunate circumstances.
Are there any other things, considering the limited tape and stuff like that, beyond just this blazing speed, skill-wise, technique-wise, that he has shown up to this point at Texas A&M?
Yeah, it's only a few games. So, I mean, you can only evaluate so much off of it. But I do think, like I said earlier, that he does have a good arm. I think that he has good field presence. I think that he's a quarterback who can be accurate. I think he's going to further build upon his accuracy because whenever you have, I mean, it's hard to even calculate accuracy if you're looking just at the statistics, which it goes deeper than that. But because we don't have a large sample size here, but I do think that just moving forward with more tape and being able to put that together, this is a quarterback that's going to continue to show what he can do as a passer and then develop as a passer as time goes on as well.
How much do you think his season-ending injury affected his progression, his long-term outlook for this season and beyond?
Well, yeah, I mean, when that happens and the situation that Texas A&M has entered is when you bring in transfers and then you have Zach Calzada come in. And obviously, I mean, he had some high moments at Texas A&M and then ultimately ended up transferring to Auburn. But you get new guys introduced and the competition becomes more real. And if someone like Max Johnson comes in and really impresses with what he can do, then Haynes King faces more of an uphill battle than he did before of winning the starting job and keeping the starting job. But I do think that this is going to be a closely fought competition, even though he is up against someone who is very, very talented from LSU, who showed a lot that I think some of us were kind of surprised to see transfer. But at the same time, with just how stacked LSU has become at quarterback, it kind of made sense in some aspects. And then with the coaching changes as well.
Based on your knowledge of the position of college football, is Haynes King the starting quarterback in Texas A&M this season?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be really, really close. If I had to pick just based on upside, you have two quarterbacks. If you're looking just at Max Johnson and just at Haynes King, but both of them have not seen a ridiculous amount of playing time. So I think that they're neck and neck in some aspects, but I do think that there's a chance that Haynes King does have the higher ceiling here. So if he has a good camp, I do think he can go reclaim that position.